What does a wooden house remind you of? A holiday home? A haven of peace? Well-deserved vacations? Well, here is a chance to let these elements into your regular lives. And I'm not just talking about a wooden floor or a wooden room in a concrete structure or a tree house, but a whole wooden house.
The housing trends are witnessing a sea change. Whereas earlier, wooden houses were heard of only as either old and traditional wooden abodes on the hills or mostly in cool climes, and more recently as a part of exotic-looking resorts and vacation homes, the concept of wooden houses has now reached closer home and found its way into our farmhouses in the form of outhouses and even regular homes. One such company offering a range of wooden houses is WoodBarn, India.
When we set up this company, this was in 2005, and in 2006 we started the company. This idea came to me when a friend of mine from Germany, he mentioned it to me that I live in a vlog house. So it sounded very interesting. So immediately I had a vision of it, so I started this. So we were the first movers in India who started this. Firstly, it was more of, we were targeting the niche clientele for their outhouses, vacation homes, and at the hill stations, people have areas they want to install it there.
This is one of the first efforts by any Indian business entity to offer weather-resistant, dismantleable wooden houses in the country. The wood used in these houses is skin-dried Canadian spruce wood, which conforms to all the relevant European regulations.
With some Supreme Court judgment in India, for the deforestation of forest, cutting trees are banned in India. We importing this wood from Canada. It's a Canadian spruce, it's skin dried and treated also. In Canada, lumbering is a big industry because of the huge forest cover they have, and the government promotes lumbering industry a lot, and there is some rules and regulation there. If you cut one tree, you have to plant 4. So that's why it's even eco-friendly.
Though as of right now, these houses cannot be put up in the middle of a locality, but at the same time, it would be wrong to say that they will end up as weekend retreats or second homes at farmhouses. The other important area of use can be housing societies and townships coming up all over the country.
The best advantage is it's the fastest to install. Maybe a house, maybe 2-bedroom house, a double story, with bathroom, kitchen, and with anything, electrical, plumbing, everything we can do it in 15 days time. It's a prefabricated house which comes, we import and then according to the layout plans, and then we install it in 15 days. And we don't even require any sanction plans from the corporation or from the other authorities to install it. Being dismantleable, it doesn't come in that category. It is also eco-friendly. It doesn't have any toxics in it. It's a natural wood, and wood has the thermal characteristics, so it maintains the temperature inside outside very constant.
Some of the other features of WoodBarn's wooden houses are that it boasts of low maintenance cost, is coated with anti-fire coating, the wood used is skin-dried and treated for termite, and is also treated so as to maintain a normal temperature even in extreme climatic conditions. Thanks to the popularity of these wooden houses, in areas or situations where there are time and other constraints, these houses prove to be a feasible option.
In the last 2 years, we have done a lot. We have done mostly, outhouses. In Delhi, we have done about 20 houses, and mostly in farmhouses. We have done in Jammu. We are doing in Srinagar. We're doing J&K Bank. They're making their branches because in some remote areas where construction is very difficult to do it, and there's very heavy snowfall there, and you only get 2-3 months to do construction. So we installing banks, J&K banks there.
And that's not all. The impeccable looks of these wooden houses have found many admirers otherwise as well.
We have more, like in a month, we have more than about, like if you're talking about the numbers, I have more than 500 visitors, and who are like all the top sort of people of Delhi, from business background, large executive, from different backgrounds. Like they all are like high net worth individuals. When they come, they have a wow factor. When they always ask, where did you get it and where did you get it from, and how much does it cost? They ask like so many different questions. This is a like different thing which we have got here. If I would have gotten a concrete thing, it won't have the same factor. It's not a wooden office actually, we'll call it a wooden outhouse. And the biggest the reason we got it was a kind of we have a large farm, so we needed something smaller and which is stylish and a not very common thing. It's a kind of a style statement now these days. All the farms around, like I have seen more than 50 farms now which have wooden houses.
However, owing to the properties of wood, there are still some risks involved, but none which can't be taken care of.
Like when we came to know that there's something which we can set up and it has a background of wood, the only risk which we thought was termite and fire. So when we got this thing installed, we got it properly treated for the termite treatment for the whole ground. Instead we got for the whole farm and for the whole wood. The whole wood was treated with the termite liquids and fire. See what precautions we took about the wires, electric wires. We got them installed in a fireproof plastic beading, if you can see it inside, with aluminium finishing inside. So it's that's a little precautions you can take. The basic risk is termite. That's the biggest risk what we think.
This particular wood what we're using in this house is a Canadian spruce wood. The property of the wood is such, after being kiln dried, the moisture content is less than 12-13%. So it's not prone to any termites. It doesn't invite termites. The other properties of the wood also is such that it's a soft wood and it's natural, no toxics.
Well, all this must come at a price. To start with, the installation of a wooden house can make your pocket lighter by 1800 to 2800 rupees per square foot, depending on the specifications and layout of the property. It can even go up to about 4000 rupees per square foot.
From cost point of view, these wooden houses maybe probably 20-25% more expensive than the conventional houses, but the time saving factor is much more in this. So if on a concrete house, if you spend like 1 year to construct it, and if you do it in a month's time, so you save that 11 months of your time, energy and your opportunity cost. Otherwise you might even be taking a rental property at the same time to cover up the to make the other house.
The other key player in the market includes Lockwood International, a leading New Zealand-based wood construction company who launched prefabricated wood houses in India aimed at the luxury realty segment in the country.
As long a lot of awareness have been created on regarding these houses. More and more people have got to know about these houses. People are really getting interested in it. We're getting a lot of orders also. And as long people, this industry is going to grow a lot. A lot of other people, other players also will come to this market because the potential is huge because of the our growing economy. It has a huge potential of these segment, prefabricated houses, the log houses, compared to your conventional houses.
Okay.
It has a huge scope in it. There are a lot of states which are now promoting lumbering industry, which they'll especially Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. These states are their policies. New policies will be to promote more lumbering industry because they have a huge forest cover. So there are a lot of wood will be available in India also later on. Our further plans are to set up an industry for it once there's a huge requirement. Once we start doing with builders, colonizers, we have further plans to set up an industry once there's a huge demand.
That's all we have for you on the show today. Do write in to us with your feedback and suggestions at hotproperty@ndtv.com, or you can SMS us at 56388. From the entire team of Hot Property, goodbye and thanks for watching.